everybody, and welcome to the next map that I'm going to play, which is Tritia Desert Ruins. Now this apparently was originally a map for Battlefront 1 and then got ported over to Battlefront 2 and is a very, very interesting map. It offers initially a large-scale battle in the desert. You can see we have a lot of vehicles available, also a lot of infantry units, but there's so much more to this map than meets the eye. Now initially, the map itself can actually leave maybe a somewhat iffy impression. It's quite glitchy. You can see those trees up there, they're glitching out. You can see buildings glitching out in the distance. That is unfortunately quite annoying, but as we get closer to the front, that will not necessarily be the case. It's just at this, this build-up situation where that glitchiness really happens. But also, what can initially be a little bit disappointed is how sometimes random it feels with the assets and objects that are used. We have some Yavin 4, we have Naboo, we have Tatooine. I think the trees are from Endor. And we have seen, of course, other maps that have intermixed different assets from different planets very well, and it feels very natural. I don't think that's necessarily the case here. But it's all about the gameplay that is really interesting here. So, if you look on the map, you can see that besides the red and blue force, there's a yellow force in there as well. And you can see here, we are the clones, and we're fighting Imperial units. Now, the cool thing is, and it really makes me wonder if we will see this more in the future as well, because boy is it a cool notion. But we have a third faction in this battle as well, which are the rebels. And the rebels themselves can also capture points, and it's a little bit difficult to see within the chaos. But I think they're also in combat with the Imperials. So you can actually see that if I hover over them, I could be wrong, but if I hover over them, I don't get a red targeting reticule. Maybe I do, I'm not too sure. But I assume that the scoring mechanism only works with the Imperial units, because they're like the main bad guy. You can also play this in the Galactic Civil War era, where it's just the Imperials and the Rebels. But again, the notion of having three factions fighting each other, and having, of course, also clones fighting stormtroopers, very Star Wars factions. I love it. You know what? I think, because now I hover over some Imperials and I don't get a red targeting reticule, I think the enemies that I hovered over, like the rebels, they were just too far, so that's why it didn't turn up red. So I think even the rebels will actually turn up as red if I can get close enough. No, it doesn't. Okay, that's interesting. Boom. But yeah, you can definitely see that they're aggressive towards me. Alright, let's actually be a sharpshooter. Why not? The buildings are set up in such a way that it kind of feels like there's a battle going on the main street. You can also see that the enemies have a lot of different vehicles at their disposal. Rebels too. Rebels also have their own set of vehicles. It's actually the first time me seeing a gray AAT. It's very cool. What does work very well, I think, for the gameplay, is that with some of these outposts outside the main lane, you do get a little bit of a balance in terms of gameplay, where you have these like tiny battles going on besides the main one, which makes it more fun and not too hectic. We could actually try and capture that point over there. Why not? There's a point right over there, but that is probably... Oh, hello, boys. I was about to say this is probably undefended, but nothing could be further from the truth. There we go. It's a huge blow against the Empire. They're already trying to actually capture it back. Look at this, though. Very cool usage of the turrets. Sometimes I say that in maps there's not enough turrets, or you can, like, at least, you know, have 1 or 2 turrets at some of the command posts. This creator I definitely agreed with that notion, where he put a lot of turrets in order, like, to protect areas. Again, very interesting, because it doesn't actually diminish the opportunity to capture it, because you can either use a hero unit or use jetpack troopers. Yeah, again, the glitches. Probably my biggest critique of the map is just, again, how sort of like random it feels with the objects and assets. Maybe make that a little bit more polished. It kind of feels like, you know, a modder's first or a mapper's first creation. You know, just have, I have this building, I have this building, I have this asset, I have this asset. Let's actually throw that all in there and see how it works. But again, the whole notion with 3 factions fighting each other, it's very, very cool. There's a lot of distance in between all of the spawn points, meaning you really have to use vehicles like ATTEs as a precious resource. And also means that if you capture a command post, it can really mean a drastic change in the battle flow. Oh my god, look at that thing. In the battle flow, because they cannot easily get it back. Crossing the street. This is going to be dangerous. Let's actually take a look at, if I don't die, one of the rebel spots. There we go. Very cool, very original, and good also for replay value. It's a really, really cool concept. And again, a concept that I hope to see more of. It might be super difficult to pull this off, having like 3 factions, because otherwise I assume we would have seen more of it. But, man, really, really dope. I'm just gonna put the ATTE a little bit closer. There's also somewhere, I saw it on the left though, I saw an AT-80. So again, super cool to mix all of those arrows into each other. And it should also mention that this map proves that gameplay still is king. Sure, aesthetically, I want something pleasing, and that's going to have, of course, you know, leave the first impression. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't play well, or if it's not fun to play, graphics can only get you so far. Yeah, move, chibi. Again, the only thing I don't know, and it's very difficult to see this in the chaos, is if I kill the rebels, if that also counts towards the enemy losing points, or if I just have to, can deplete their reinforcements by killing Imperials. Oh, look at that! The rebels captured it. Very interesting. Immediately taking use of those turrets. The battle is slowly getting to a close. Maybe if the enemies or 2 factions do actually get or share like a reinforcements bar, balance might be an issue, because you can see how many reinforcements we have left. But in that case, it's more about the fun and the chaos than real balance. Because there, you can see we can recapture this. These guys are ignoring each other. These guys are having a conversation. Well, then the conversation's over. It can be so difficult, though, with them both wearing white armor, picking out your targets. I like this color. Alright, guys, we're about to end this. If you, oh, jeez. Oh, that's interesting. I'm killing a lot. Yet, they're not. Maybe the rebels are the ones that deplete the thing. My goodness. Actually, I don't know. I've killed a lot, and it's still on 1. Oh, look at that. We have that extra vehicle as well. Oh, my God. Man, there's so much to explore and to, like, try out in this map. It's great. I fully recommend it. It's so much fun. So aggressive. It's not ending. I'm not sure why. I'm very confused. Oh my God, you die instantly. Do we need to capture another point? What is happening here? Hold on. Some of the units are standing still quite a bit. Might be a little bit too much for the engine. Don't mind if I drop by. I could actually get in that. Alright, this guy's gonna help me capture this.
That's another command post under Republic control.
Oh, I wanted to capture that. Damn it.
Keep it up.
Gimme. Nope. Rejected. Alright, well this is a little confusing to me. Because we clearly won here. Maybe if we capture that final point over there. Okay, we're capturing both. That's good. Wait, it's 0?
Enemy reinforcements are decreasing. That's another command post under Republic control. Enemy reinforcements are decreasing. Another command post.
Wow, I guess you have to fight until you actually have captured every point. Jeez. Alright, that's a little iffy. Okay. That can really break the game. Anyway, guys, despite this last thing that's a little bit weird, I think it's still definitely worth playing just for how fun it is. You can find the description or the link in the description down below. Don't forget to let me know any recommendations or requests of maps or mods you want to see on the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.